Are the Bills the best team in the AFC right now? Put your marker on them, Chris Long.
Let's see. No. I mean, like, it's week 4, and I picked the Bills to win the East. Thank you very much. I think they're going to win the East, and I people were all about, hey, there's going to be a recession. It's Stephon Diggs. Well, like, they weren't using him last year, and you can see they love Kincaid, and I think Joe Brady is fantastic. Another underrated thing about the Bills is, they went through that period of change in the middle of last season, where a lot of teams right now are having to go through crises, whether it's San Francisco with everything they've dealt with, the injuries, the holdouts, the everything. You obviously have issues in Cincinnati. The losing of Joe Mixon, that's a big deal. That ailed Houston this weekend, his new team. Kansas City losing Pacheco and having to go through that, losing defensive pieces. Sean McDermott figures that defense out like nobody's business with the pieces he has. Nobody gets little guys to play bigger, and I don't mean like just small guys, but guys you hadn't heard of. And I think that Miami game was perfect example of that, where the guys in the back end, they're the walking wounded, and here goes the fastest show on turf, on grass, and you come out of that game a winner. So I think, long story short, the defense is always making it work because they have that mastermind D coordinator, and now you've got Joe Brady, who you went through that in the middle of last season while all these teams are going through their growing pains right now. Like, they went through those growing pains last year, and so people slept on them coming in, and while everybody else is just getting started, they're like, yeah, we were here like 8 months ago or whatever it is.
Well, it sounds like you just said the Bills are the best team in the AFC. Everything.
No,
I just
Rich,
I mean,
it's
it sounds like
freaking week 4, dude. Rich,
well, I mean,
it's week 4. I'm not a national media member. Like,
yes,
I don't.
Yes, you are.
I
You're
don't
on the CW with Bill Belichick and Ryan
disengagement
Clark
mining,
and
just
Ocho,
quote
pal.
mining.
Come on, what
Dude,
do you?
I'm not. Yeah, and you know what I do? I avoid stuff like that. It's week 4. I'm not going to tell you they're better than the Chiefs. I don't know that. I don't, like, 2 weeks ago or last week, you would have said, hey, the Ravens are cooked. They just got beat by the Raiders. And then you turn that game on. The swings of consensus here in the first month of the season is something like, hey, I've only been doing this for 5 years or whatever it is. But maybe the first thing I said to myself, like walking out the door, like a kid going to school this year, Rich, was like, okay, year whatever it is, we're not going to make big blanketed statements. Now I've already killed the Cowboys off. Okay.
Yeah, Deshaun Watson too in week 1.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, hey, listen, it's just pointless to say who the best team in the East is. It's week 4. You said it. I work on Inside the NFL.
Yes, sir.
You know what Bill would say if you asked him?
Yeah.
Week 4. So it doesn't matter who's the best team right now. I think they have an opportunity to be the best team in the AFC. I think that's awesome because people sold them. How about Josh Allen? Everybody, doubters, hot takes. Last calendar year, some of the takes have been criminal. I mean, come on. He hasn't won anything. He's playing with Michael Jordan in his conference, okay? I know if you want to be the best, you got to beat the best, but this guy might be the best ever before it's all said and done. He's got one guy, in my opinion, to really compete with in Brady, but like Mahomes is up there. And Josh Allen didn't miss that field goal last year. Like, there are situations where hey, Josh Allen ran out of time a couple years ago at Arrowhead. I was at that game. It just is what it is. This guy, when you look at his playoff resume, when you look at just watch him. Somebody asked me last night because I said he is QB2. I can't believe we were even talking about somebody else being QB2 a couple months ago. And they said, no, actually, this year he's playing the best football in the league. And that's probably true. He's probably playing like QB1 right now. But it is a long season. Josh would tell you, who cares who the best team is in September, October? He wants to be the best team in January. So as a media member, That's where I'm going with it.
Chris Long, who refuses to say the Bills are the best team in the AFC, except every word out of his mouth says exactly that right here on the Rich Eisen Show.
Well, they've got a lot of injuries on defense. Hey, some aggregator if I were more famous, some aggregator
You can
somehow
say that, man.
More famous.
Get out here. This is funny.
It's Chris Long.
Oh, man, I'm having my fun right here. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku Channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.